favorites and today's hits. AM 1340 and now 106.1 FM WGAA.
Fox News, I'm Tom Graham. President Biden reacting following U.S. and U.K. strikes targeting Iranian-backed rebels in Yemen.
We will make sure that we respond to the Houthis as they continue this outrageous behavior, along with our allies.
Now, the Pentagon says it was in response to the continued harassment of commercial vessels in the Red Sea. A Houthi spokesperson saying 5 of their members were killed. A massive winter storm bringing an Arctic blast to several states, including Iowa, ahead of next week's Republican primary caucuses.
We've got blizzard conditions in effect across some areas of Iowa. Blizzard warnings in effect. The snow still here. Snow is going to wrap up, but behind it, the colder, windier air comes in. By the way, also across some places in Wisconsin and Michigan, where we're going to be dealing with those conditions as well.
Fox meteorologist Rick Reichmuth, America is listening to Fox News.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com.
The following is a presentation of WGAA Sports.
Cedartown High School basketball.
He ducks it! Lays it up, got it! Three-pointer try. Yes! Cedartown wins!
It's time for Cedartown High School Bulldogs basketball, right here on WGAA 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to courtside for today's action.
Good evening. Welcome to Cedartown High School Lady Dogs basketball here on the Big AA, as the 5-9 Cedartown Lady Bulldogs and 0-2 in region play will face the 6-11 Sonoraville Lady Phoenix. Sonoraville, though, even with their 6-11 record, are 2-0 in region play. So this will be a tough matchup for the Lady Bulldogs, as the Sonoraville Phoenix have already picked up 2 region wins over Central and Southwest Whitfield High School, or Southeast Whitfield High School, and of course Sam Branch, tough loss that I know the Lady Dogs want to get out of the way here and see if they can take care of the business tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Lady Dogs looking to bounce back here, hopefully going to pick up their first win in region play. It's going to be your traditional starting 5 for the Lady Dogs: Haven Barclay, Marion Barrow, Kendall Pace, Anna Kate Bussey, and Kinsley Boozer. And Marion Barrow will be in the center circle for the tip. And we are underway. Haven Barclay with it quickly goes ahead, and on the left side it's going to be Kendall Pace who puts the Lady Dogs on the board just that easily, 2-0.
Fast start there by the Lady Bulldogs.
Erin Garland with it now. She's going to go to the right side. They're going to work to Walraven now in the corner. It's going to be Walraven times 2. They'll go back to the top of the key. Now they'll work to the left side on the wing. It's going to be number 12, and it is going to be thrown away. Correction, that was number 32, Layla Townsend. We have Layla Townsend, Sophia Townsend, Ella Kate Walraven, Erin Garland, and Brindley Walraven. So 2 sets of sisters on the starting 5 for this Lady Phoenix team. Cedartown trying to work the ball across mid-half court. We do. We get it to Boozer. Boozer to Pace. Pace now also, she lost it. I think she was not expecting Boozer to go to her underneath, and she did. So that one is lost out of bounds. Sonoraville basketball. Erin Garland with it. Top of the key for the Lady Phoenix. Over to the right side. Now they're going to work into the corner. That's going to be Ella Kate Walraven. She will go back to her sister Brindley. Now back to the top of the key. Now they'll go back to B. Walraven. Right to the top, and it's going to be Garland. Garland is going to fire a 3, and that one is no good, but it was rebounded by Sonoraville, and the putback is good, 2-2. The Lady Phoenix under the direction of head coach Stephanie Caldell and assistant coach Abby Chambers, and they try to get it to Marion Barrow, and it is lost out of bounds, thrown away, and Sonoraville with now a chance to take the lead after being down 2-0.
By the way, for those listening on radio, Sonoraville in black uniforms trimmed in red, Lady Phoenix in block letters in red, and the numbers in red.
They'll go to the top side now. It's going to be Ella Kate Walraven. She'll go to the top of the key. Back to Walraven. Fakes a 3, digs it down, drives the paint, up and good from Ella Kate Walraven, and the score is now 4-2. Barrow to Barclay. Barclay will bring it across the timeline. Near court, almost loses it, have to save it, and then it is thrown away. It's going to be number 24, Ella Kate Walraven. Dish underneath. The pass is good, the layup is good, and it is 6-2. That one was from Erin Garland. They'll go to Barrow. Barrow to Barclay. Now they're going to go to Kendall Pace. She's going to bring it across the timeline. She gets stuck there. She has to go to Barclay. Barclay now will work it back to the middle of the floor. Right side, first chance for the Lady Dogs to really set up anything offensively. Everything else has been in transition or a turnover. Kinsley Boozer with it, top of the key, right side. They'll go to Bussey. Bussey to Barclay, and she loses it, and it is going to be a backcourt violation. Just not a good pass and catch there between Bussey and Barclay, and it is a turnover at half court.
This game kind of started how some of our games have started in region play. We score first, but then the other team goes on a run. They're in a 6-0 run after we scored the first basket.
Garland to Walraven. Barclay with the block, Boozer with the steal. Coast to coast, Kinsley Boozer, the freshman Bulldog, and that ends the 6-0 run, and it is now 6-4.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Kinsley Boozer, a star in the rising for this Lady Dogs basketball team. She has been a huge part of this team and of our successes this year.
They'll come to the right wing. Now they're going to try to drive the paint. They'll dish underneath. Baseline, the layup off the glass is good, and that was from number 33, which is Sophie Townsend. Cedartown will now try to break the press. They'll give it to Barclay. Barclay across the timeline. Going to work through a triple team of traffic. She'll go to the right side. Now they'll go to Boozer on the baseline, the little floater, and Boozer once again hits from that baseline. Andrew, if we can work it to Kinsley Boozer on that baseline, she is very accurate from about that 4 to 6 foot range.
Yeah, she's got that dialed in right now.
The shot up is no good. However, Sonoraville draws the foul, and they will go to the free throw line.
They're going to get Bussey on the foul, her first, team first, and sending the young lady to the free throw line. Cedartown trails 8-6, and the free throw is up and good, making the score 9-6 with 4:52 left to go here in the first quarter.
Layla Townsend's second free throw, it is up, and it is good as well, so it is now 10-6. Cedartown trails. Tips trying to get it to Barclay. A steal, a shot by the Phoenix, and it is good. 12-6. Inbounds pass will go to Marion Barrow. Barrow to Barclay. Now they're going to try to push it up the floor. They'll get it to Pace. Pace will get set. Let her offense come down and set up. 4:30 left to play here in the opening period. 12-6. Cedartown trails the Sonoraville Lady Phoenix. Friday night basketball here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network. Inbounds pass is going to come from Anna Kate Bussey as it was knocked away by Sonoraville. On the 5-second countdown, they get it into Barclay. That's something I'd like to see us improve. Let's see how many times we turn it over off of a 5-second violation. So far, so good, as Cedartown will continue to work it outside. It's going to be Haven Barclay. Barclay goes to Boozer. Boozer back to Barclay. They want to work it to the left side, but they have to go to the far right to Bussey. Now they get it into Boozer. One on the shot clock. It is up, and it is no good, but it was tipped out of bounds, last touched.
By Sonoraville.
By Sonoraville.
Yeah, Cedartown's going to get the ball back.
It should be Sonoraville basketball, though, because it was a shot clock violation. It never touched the rim. Despite the block, I think it will still go back to Sonoraville. Yes,
yeah,
and they will.
They will make the call, and I think that is the correct call. The initial call was that it was tipped, but, yeah, the buzzer had already sounded by the time the pass or the shot was blocked.
Cedartown in that 3-2 full court press, but the Sonoraville Phoenix have no trouble breaking it. They drive the paint. The shot is up, and it is no good. But Ella Kate Walraven will earn herself a trip to the charity stripe.
And once again, it's going to be Bussey picking up the foul, her second. Team number 2, and looks like we'll see an early entrance from Charlie Todd here at the sound of the buzzer. That's no good on the first free throw. And Charlie Todd will indeed check in for Anna Kate Bussey. Not a bad person to have rebounding, though, down low.
No, not at all. Second one on the way from Walraven. It is up, and it is no good.
Although she almost committed a lane violation, but she did.
Pace comes away with the rebound. Now on the other end, it's going to be Barclay on the wing. They'll go back to Boozer, top of the key. Now to Barclay. They wanted the give and go, but it wasn't there, so they have to go to Marion Barrow. Barrow back to Pace. Pace on the wing. Now they'll go top of the key. It's going to be Barclay. Left side, Todd. Now they'll work it outside. A three on the way from Barrow. It is off the iron. No good. Loose ball. Finally picked up by Kendall Pace. So Pace with the offensive board. Top of the key, it is Boozer. Boozer goes to the left side to Todd. Todd on the perimeter. She needs help. She's got to have help, and it looks like we've got a jump ball called, and we do.
It's going to turn it over to Sonoraville on that one, and just good defense there by the Lady Phoenix to force the ball to be held, and then a turnover to the Lady Phoenix.
It is going to be Garland with it. She's going to work it into the corner to Walraven, and it is knocked out of bounds by Haven Barclay right in front of the Cedartown Lady Dogs bench, so it will stay Sonoraville basketball. 3:14 left to play. 12-6 your score. Lady Dogs trail by 6. Sonoraville with it, right side, Walraven. She's going to fire from beyond the arc. That one's going to be long and off the back of the iron, no good, out of bounds. Last touch by Sonoraville. It'll be Cedartown basketball.
Oh, they're going to change the call. I think he pointed that direction and then pointed back towards Sonoraville, so Sonoraville's going to have the ball here. It was a 50-50 call.
It was. Inbounds pass is going to go into Walraven. Now they almost launch it into the broadcast booth, but Davion Smith is there for the save to keep it from reaching our area.
He's our MVP.
Inbounds pass coming from the Phoenix. They'll get it to the top of the key, and it's going to be Garland. Garland to the left side. She's going to work it to Walraven. Now a 3 on the way, and that one is going to be long from number 23, Lakin Hall, who is checked into the game.
Charlie Todd almost tried to pick that ball up, and had she done that, it would have gone back to the Phoenix.
Again, Sonoraville in the full court press. We get it in pretty quickly this time. It's going to be Boozer, but she is all by herself. It was a 3-on-1, and so Boozer wisely would put on the brakes and back it out. Right side, Charlie Todd, and a steal. It's Walraven. Far side. Now she's going to work back to the middle to Garland. Garland, has it blocked by Kendall Pace.
But she bounced it out of bounds.
And Pace comes away with it. Yes, she did.
Yeah, as soon as she came away with it, her dribble was right there on that black line, and the official was right there to see it.
And you kind of can't help that one. She was tiptoeing already on that line, but when she brought the ball down for the dribble, it would go out of bounds. So it's going to be to Garland. Garland into the corner. They're going to fire a 3. Walraven in and out. No good. But an offensive rebound by Sonoraville, and that basket was no good, and Kendall Pace comes away with it.
Yeah, she also blocked it and picked up the rebound.
Left side, it's going to be Barclay. Top of the key now, Kinsley Boozer. Boozer will back things out. She'll go to Barclay. Barclay left side. It's Marion Barrow in the corner. Now they'll go to Asia Ware, who is checked in. That shot was up, and it was no good. Saved by the Phoenix. Loose ball. And Phoenix come away with it. Oh, and we've got a foul called, and it is going to be on Haven Barclay.
I tell you what, though, it should have been a charge. The Sonoraville player put her elbow into it, but Barclay gets the foul call. That'll be the third team foul, first for her. But, man, that was close to an offensive charge.
Inbounds pass coming from Walraven. They'll get it into Erin Garland, who's going to have to track it down before it goes out of bounds, and they do so. All the way, though, on the other end in the backcourt. Garland will bring it across the timeline. Now she'll try to work to the left corner, and Kinsley Boozer is there for the steal. Boozer's going to push it up the floor. She's got numbers. They go to Pace on the left side, a high shot, and she is fouled, and Kendall Pace will go to the free throw line.
You're going to get number 33, Sophie Townsend, on that foul. That'll be her first, and the first foul for Sonoraville so far in this ballgame.
Again, your score still 12-6, Andrew. Yeah. A scoring drought of at least 3 minutes from both teams, and it is broken with the made free throw by Kendall Pace.
Not anymore.
12-7 now your score. Just under 2 minutes to play, right at 1:50 to go here in the first period of play. Kendall Pace will come set. Second free throw attempt is up, and it is off the side of the iron. No good.
It's out of bounds off Sonoraville.
We'll take it.
Yeah, number 22 touched it. That was Brooke Cole. Cedartown's going to get the ball back with 1:48 to play in the period.
No question about that call, thanks to the mics on the floor. That official was standing right in front of it. Inbounds pass is going to go to Haven Barclay. The catch and shoot is no good, but she was fouled. Yeah. So Haven will go to the free throw line, and quickly here, Sonoraville had no fouls up until 1:50, and now with 1:47, they've got 2.
She got hit in the face there by Erin Garland, number 20. The junior.
First free throw attempt on the way from Haven is no good.
And it's not Erin Garland with an A-A-R-O-N, not the Erin Garland I know.
And that I know.
Yeah.
Our good friend. Free throw attempt on the way, number 2, is also no good. So Barclay 0 for 2 from the stripe. 12-7 is your score. Lady Dogs trail. Walraven top of the key. Try to get it to her sister, but Haven Barclay is there just to reject it into Anna Kate Bussey's face sitting on the bench. Good hands and good awareness there by the Lady Dogs. And it will stay Sonoraville basketball. Inbounds pass coming, and it will go into Garland. Garland top of the key. Left side, they'll go to Walraven. Now she's going to try to work it back to Garland. thought about a three, pulls down. It's going to be Scott. Scott back to Garland, now to Walraven, left side. Now they're going to get it right back to Garland. She's going to go outside to Walraven, 12 on the shot clock. She's going to drive high off the glass, and it's no good. And they're going to get Marion Barrow for the foul, and I think that's the right call.
It is. It was a soft foul, but it was the right call. Those fouls are called just about every time it's seen, and the official was right there and saw it and made the correct call.
Unfortunately, first one up is up and good from Walraven, but if you are not set flush with them and you reach as they drive by, you're going to get that called on you 9 times out of 10, even if you don't commit the foul. That one is in and out. No good. Rebounded by Marion Barrow. Haven Barclay with it across the timeline, top of the key. She's going to work to her right side. It's going to be Kendall Pace. Pace goes back to Barrow with it. Now they'll go to Boozer on the wing. The freshman will go back to Asia Ware. They'll swing it to the left side. Now Kendall Pace on the baseline. They work it into Boozer, who was in the paint. The shot was up, and it was no good. And it is rebounded by Sonoraville, who then throws it away on the other end of the floor. They were trying to get it to Layla Townsend, and it goes out of bounds. Cedartown basketball. 55 on the clock. Inbounds pass coming from Ware. Ware's going to check it into Boozer. Boozer far side. She's going to go to Asia Ware now. They'll go ahead to Barclay. Barclay is going to drive, and she did. She got started a little too early on that one. That was a bang-bang call made right at mid-court. But again, unfortunately, Andrew, I think it was the right call.
Yeah, the travel, the walk, the Texas two-step.
Inbounds pass will go to Garland. Garland, top of the key. She's going to go to the right side to Townsend. Townsend back to Garland. Garland now the left side to Walraven. She's going to drive the baseline. Oh, and it is just ripped away. It was blocked, I think, there by Kendall Pace. And Barclay comes away with the steal. Other end of the floor now. Pace goes to Barclay. Barclay in the lane. No foul called. A lot of contact in the paint. Asia Ware with it. She has it knocked out of bounds, and it is last touched by Sonoraville. So it'll be Cedartown basketball. 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Game clock at 25, shot at 23. They'll get it into Boozer. Boozer will go to the left side. It's going to be Barclay. Barclay back to Boozer. Walraven tried to jump the route, but Boozer is there to clean it up. Now they'll go to Ware. Knocked out of bounds, and it will stay once again Cedartown basketball. 13 on the game clock, 11 on the shot clock. Asia Ware is going to inbound it from the baseline. We need a catch and shoot right here. Don't give them a chance to block you. But instead, we'll go to the outside. We'll go to Barclay, left side to Barrow. Barrow's going to go back to Boozer. Boozer's just going to drive the floater, and it is no good off the front of the iron short. On the other end, Sonoraville was going to drive. The shot is up off the window, and that one is good by number 20. 7-15 is your score. The Lady Dogs trail here at Cedartown High School. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
And we're already back underway. There was a foul committed by Sonoraville in the opening seconds of the second period. So Cedartown will get the ball back, and we put it on the floor and we lose it. Erin Garland with it. She's going to give it up to number 11, Tatum Scott. They'll go back to Garland, now to the left side. Now they'll come back to Garland, top of the key. She's going to try to work around her defender, which is Kendall Pace. They leave her open for a shot, and it's up, and it's good from Garland. We tried to guard for the pass, and we left open the shot.
Makes it a 10-point game now, 17-7.
Pace with it. They're going to go to Barclay. Barclay across the timeline, and we have a foul on the floor, and it's going to be against number 20, Erin Garland, and that is going to be her second.
Sonoraville already has 2 fouls here in this period. We're just less than 30, or just over 30 seconds into the period.
Number 12, Hannah Bradley will check into the game for Sonoraville. Cedartown will get it in to Kinsley Boozer. Boozer top of the key. Right side is going to be Barclay. Barclay with it on the wing. Now they'll go back to the top. Left side, Asia Ware. Ware trying to work around a defender. Has to give it up to Boozer. Boozer to Pace. Pace top of the key. Left side, they'll go to Boozer. Now she's going to drive. The floater is up, and it is no good. Rebounded by Sonoraville. We've got a foul called, and it is going to be against Asia Ware, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, she was pretty aggressive trying to get that ball away from the Sonoraville player, and in doing so, she commits her first foul. First team foul of the period for Cedartown.
7:01 left to play here in the second period. First half of action here at Cedartown High School is Bradley. We'll bring it down the floor for Sonoraville. They'll pass it off to number 11, Scott, back to Bradley. Now to the left side, it's going to be Townsend. Townsend is going to go back to Bradley. Bradley's going to try to go through 2 defenders, and she walked before she got anywhere. And so she will be turning it over, and Cedartown will get the ball back with just under 6:50 left to play. Inbounds pass is going to come from Asia Ware. It's going to go to Barrow. Barrow to Boozer. Boozer is going to get it across the timeline. She's going to drive, tried to get the floater, but the shot was blocked. Picked up by Kendall Pace. Pace will go back to Ware with it. They'll go to the right side, and it's going to be Boozer going to work off of the wing. Now they'll go top of the key. Kendall Pace with it. They'll go to Boozer in the paint. Puts it on the floor, turns, and she gets called for the travel, and that is the right call. As she just left her feet, he came back down with the ball.
Yeah, it's good, just good defense there by number 23, Lakeland Hall, able to get in front of her and force her to take that step when she was trying to pass it. She got the ball back into her hands, but she'd already moved her feet.
Tarian Golden is going to check into the game for Cedartown. Walraven with it. She's going to go back to the top of the key, and they will go to Bradley. Now the left side. They're going to swing it to the far left. A 3 on the way, and it is in and good from number 4, Giovanni Ciceros. 20-7 is your score. Golden with it on the other end, and they get her for the travel.
We'll say Giovanni.
Giovanni?
Or Giovanna. Giovanna.
Yep, Giovanna. I like that. I like Giovanna better.
Giovanna. They're strong forward. The senior for the Sonoraville Lady Phoenix.
Bradley with it. Now she'll give it up to Walraven. They'll go back to Bradley. Bradley going to try to drive. She will go underneath. Townsend with it. The shot is up, and it is good.
Double dribble.
Oh, no. They're going to call it off. It was Ella Kate Walraven with it. Excuse me. No, I was right. It was Sophie Townsend called for the double dribble. So wave the basket off. It stays a 13-point game, 20-7. Cedartown desperately needing to cut into this. And we've got a foul called, and it is going to be against Barrow.
Sonoraville intercepted the inbounds pass, Sam, and then it was deflected away. Barrow was trying to get her hands back in there and committed a foul on a shooting attempt. That'll be Barrow's second foul. And team foul number 2, that'll send Sonoraville to the free throw line.
First one on the way is in and out. No good from Ella Kate Walraven. Walraven is now 1 for 5 from the charity stripe. Taurine Golden will check out, and Kinsley Boozer will check back in.
20-7 the score.
Shot coming from Walraven.
Make that 21-7.
Inbounds pass is going to come from Pace. Pace to Barrow. Barrow to Barclay. Barclay far side, Asia Ware. Now they'll try to work it underneath, and it is tipped away and intercepted. Another turnover. Walraven will give it up to Bradley. Bradley across the timeline quickly. Left side, they'll go to Walraven. Now they'll go to the corner. They're going to work it underneath. The shot is up off the window, and it is good from Sophie Townsend.
Yeah, that was just blown defensive coverage there by Cedartown. They pulled them away. It's a full timeout. But what happened, Sam, is that left that young lady wide open down low, and she had an easy lay-in. 23-7 with 5:22 to go here in the first half. We'll come back after this 30-second break.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Inbounds pass will come to Kendall Pace. Pace is going to give it right back to Ware to Barrow. Now they're going to try to work it up the floor. They'll go to Pace. Pace to Boozer. We break the full court press, run into the defensive person there, so we have to go back outside, and it's going to be Boozer on the wing. Now they'll go to the corner. Kendall Pace. She's going to try to drive the baseline underneath the Boozer, and we get that one to go. 23-9. A good way to come out of that timeout and turn it into points. Walraven to Bradley, almost knocked away. Pace playing tough defense, left side, 3 on the way, and it is long, and they're just going to let it go out of bounds. It'll be Cedartown basketball. Andrew, part of Coach Green's talk with him during that timeout was just to settle, and that's what they need to do. Take a break, take a breather, settle down, and play basketball. It's going to be Barrow with it. Barrow is going to get it to Kendall Pace. Pace will bring it across the timeline. They're going to go to Asia Ware with it now. They'll go right back to Pace. Pace is going to drive the paint. The shot is up, and it is no good, and it is rebounded by Sonoraville. Right side, they're going to go to Walraven. Walraven is going to go top of the key to Bradley. Bradley left side to Walraven. A long 3 on the way. That one was in and out, and it is a loose ball rebounded by Pace.
Knocked away by Sonoraville. Number 4, Giovanna. How do we say her last name? Cesaros? Cesaro sounds good.
That will like
but she knocked it away. That's what we were trying to say. So Cedartown will have the inbounds pass coming here. 4:19 to play here in the first half. 23-9, the Lady Phoenix lead.
Zali Rodriguez is checked into the game for the Lady Dogs, and they will go to Rodriguez. Now they'll go right side to Barrow. Barrow's going to go to Boozer, knocked away. Bradley comes away with it. She's going to drive the paint left side. They try to go to Walraven with it, and it is out of bounds off of a Cedartown defender, so it'll stay Lady Phoenix basketball.
Number 32 comes into the ballgame, Layla Townsend, as number 10, Burnley Walraven will check out of the ballgame.
Ella Kate Walraven will check it in. They'll go to the wing on the right side. Now they're going to work it back to the middle. It's going to be Townsend. She's going to kick back to Walraven, who's going to drive the lane. A clear shot, but did not go. The rebound, the putback from Sonoraville is no good, and the rebound is now taken by Kinsley Boozer. The smallest person on the floor for Cedartown is, well, the second smallest, Kinsley Boozer. She's typically the smallest. As we turned it over, she gets a heck of a lot of rebounds. But Townsend drives. Her shot is no good, and she was fouled by Haven Barclay. That's going to be Haven's second.
Cedartown leads in the foul category in this period. 3 fouls to 2 for Sonoraville. First free throw is good.
That was from Layla Townsend. That will take the score to 24-9. Anna Kate Bussey is going to check back in. Kendall Pace is going to check back in, and Haven Barclay and Maren Barrow will come out.
Yeah, they need a rest. They've been out there for really the entire ball game so far.
Second one is on the way, and it is no good. Off the back of the iron, loose ball, and it is going to be picked up by Boozer. Boozer will give it to Pace. Pace is going to bring him down the floor. Sonoraville kind of backs off on that half-court defense, and we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them back after this 30-second break here on the Big AA.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
3:26 left to play in the first half. Cedartown trails 24-9. Rodriguez with it out of the timeout. Left side, they'll go to Asia Ware. Ware is going to go to Pace. She didn't stay on the bench very long at all for Cedartown. They'll go back to Pace. Now left side is going to be Boozer. Boozer trying to work it underneath to Ware, and it is blocked, and it is picked up by Ella Kate Walraven, who will take it off the glass, and the layup is good. And it is 26-9. Inbounds pass. They go to Bussey. They try to get it to Boozer, and it's just thrown right to a Sonoraville player. And that layup is good by Layla Townsend. 28-9. They're trying to get it across half court. We're going just back and forth to each other, and we're about to run out of time. Boozer with it, and there it is. Andrew, I hate to say it, but I think the 9-volt battery in the internal clock of the Lady Dogs needs to be changed because it's dead. We have struggled with that the past 2 or 3 games. We just do not have a good sense of time.
Sally Rodriguez out as Maren Barrow checks back in.
Inbounds pass is going to go to Hannah Bradley. Bradley, top of the key. They will go to the paint. Now they'll pass it back outside. Townsend pulls it down, and they get her for a travel. So Layla Townsend turns it over.
She thought about a 3 and thought too long. Her legs didn't catch back up. Sonoraville sensing Cedartown struggles with the press, and they're pressing on every inbounds pass.
And we get it to Asia Ware. Ware is going to go back to Pace. Pace top of the key, left side to Boozer. Boozer on the wing. She's going to try to drive a couple of defenders. Thought about a shot, tried to take it up, and she's fouled.
I'll tell you, it looked like a jump ball to me, but Cedartown will take it. The foul called on, I think, 33, Sophie Townsend. That'll be her second foul, and we're all tied with 3 fouls for the period.
Inbounds pass will come from Bussey. Bussey's going to get it into Boozer. Boozer will back it out, top of the key. She's going to direct traffic from there. Left side, they're going to go to Asia Ware. Ware will go to Barrow in the corner. Barron will pull it back out. They'll go all the way to the other side of the floor, and once again, we just throw it away. Barrow was going one way with it. Boozer was going the opposite way. 2:09 left to play. Inbounds pass will come to number 24, Ella Kate Walraven, who has been a scoring powerhouse for this team, and they turn it over. It's going to go to Ware to Pace. Pace on the left side. Stops. Shot is no good, and there's a foul called, and Kendall Pace will go to the free throw line for the second time tonight.
Ella Kate Walraven picks up the foul that time. That'll be the 4th team foul for them and the 2nd for Walraven.
28-9 is your score. Pace from the free throw line. The first one was up. It is off the back of the iron. No good. Chastity Washington is going to check into the game. She's going to get Anna Kate Bussey. Sonoraville also making some personnel changes. Walraven will come out, and number 20, Aaron Garland, will check back in for the Lady Phoenix. Pace gets set. Second one is up, and it is good from Kendall Pace. She goes 1 for 2 on that trip as well. Inbounds pass will come from the Phoenix. They'll get it into Garland. Garland will go back to Townsend. Now they're going to go to Bradley. Bradley's going to work it down low to Scott. Scott underneath. The pass at layup is no good. And Maren Barrow comes away with the rebound, and then she is pushed, which forced her to travel, and nothing was called.
That's what Coach Green is saying. You got to call that.
Inbounds pass is going to come to Bradley. Bradley with it. She's going to work it over to the left side. Pass was almost too high for Lakin Hall, but she tracks it down. Now they'll go back to the top of the key to Bradley. Left side, thought about a 3. They're going to pull it down. Bradley now is going to drive the paint. The little floater is no good, but the offensive rebound made by Sonoraville. The shot was no good. They get another offensive rebound. The 3 is no good, and Kinsley Boozer comes away with the rebound. 1-on-1, and she's on the line. No, they're going to say that it was knocked out of bounds by Sonoraville. We'll take it.
Okay.
Maren Barrow will come out. Anna Kate Bussey checks back in with 1:23.
Not much of an argument from Sonoraville's coach, though.
No, she had the best view out of us, all of us down here, so we'll take it. Kendall Pace, top of the key, left side. Boozer a long 2, and it is good. Kinsley Boozer with 1 foot inside the arc, and it's 28-12 as we approach a minute to play left here in the first half.
She banked that one off the glass there. Pretty good job using the backboard to get the 2, long 2.
Knocked out of bounds, saved by Sonoraville.
That's going to be a backcourt.
Yep. And Chastity Washington was hustling down to try to corral the loose ball, but Sonoraville does save it, but like you said, Andrew, it's a backcourt violation, so it'll be Cedartown basketball.
It is so fun to see her play like that. She's going to come get a rest. I know with her knee, they have to kind of put her out there just for a few moments. They can't keep her out there too awfully long.
Inbounds pass goes to Asia Ware. Catch and shoot, no good. And they come away with the rebound. Sonoraville's going to push it down the floor. Garland, tried to go to Bradley, and Haven Barclay is there to knock it away.
Neither official saw the ball.
No. But I will tell you this. I like how they talked about it. He came in. He said, the last person I saw touch it was White. Did you see any different? He said no, so it stays with Sonoraville. That's a good way of communicating by our officiating crew tonight.
Well, when you don't have video replay, that's the only way to confirm a call.
Absolutely. A little baseline floater from Walraven is good. And it is 30-12. Inbounds pass. Kinsley Boozer will bring it across the timeline. She's going to get a little floater of her own high off the window, but no good. But she was fouled, and she will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And again, they're going to get Lakeland Hall with her first foul. This is actually her first. And the 5th team foul for the Phoenix. Looks like Washington will check back into the ball game after the first throw from the charity stripe.
First one on the way from Boozer. It is up, and it is no good.
She'll give Bussey a rest for the rest of the half.
And the issue with Chastity Washington, you said, and you're exactly right, with that knee injury, they have to use her very sparingly. The problem with Chastity is if you put her out there, she's going to go 100 miles an hour. There is no in between. Shot is up, and it is good from Kinsley Boozer. So she goes 1 for 2 on that trip, and the inbounds pass is going to go to Townsend. Townsend is going to go back to Walraven. They will go back to Townsend, now back to Walraven. Cedartown with this 3-2 kind of press on them. Now Sonoraville will break it. They'll go underneath on the baseline. They thought about a shot, but Cedartown just collapsed down on them. A 3 is going to be short from Walraven, and Haven Barclay is going to come away with the rebound. Then the loose ball is going to be corralled by Asia Ware. They will go to Boozer. Boozer, a last-second shot is up. Oh, and it looked good.
Oh, it was close.
Off the back of the iron, but it does not drop. 30-13 is your score. Cedartown trails the Sonoraville Lady Phoenix here on Friday Night Hoops here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back to talk about the first half of action, look ahead to the second half, and also preview the boys' matchup. You are listening to Cedartown Basketball on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, WGAA, the Big AA, back after this 2-minute break.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Livewire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
(30-13) is your halftime score. The Sonoraville Lady Phoenix lead the Cedartown Lady Dawgs. Sonoraville came into tonight's game with a record of 6-11, but 2-0 in region play, already picking up 2 wins in the crucial region play. Cedartown still looking for their first win of the season in region play. Leading scorer so far for the Cedartown Lady Dogs, Kinsley Boozer. She has gone 4 for 8 4 of 8 from the from the floor, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line for a total of 9 points. Kendall Pace, the only other Lady Dog that's on the board. She is 1 of 2 from the floor, 2 of 4 from the charity stripe. She has a total of 4 points. She's also leading the Lady Dogs with 4 rebounds on the night. Andrew, just not a clean first half of play by our Lady Dogs. Anytime that you can go to halftime and Haven Barclay and Marin Barrow are not on the board, it's not been a good half of basketball.
You know, if it had not been for Kinsley Boozer, this game would be we wouldn't have the points that we have now. I mean, she's been very good for the Lady Bulldogs, but unfortunately, she's been the only one who's been able to consistently produce offense when she gets down there. The little floater from the baseline, sometimes from in the paint. She's been pretty good with that, but unfortunately, the rest of the team has not been able to score anything. And then, of course, the trouble we're having on probably a good half of our possessions as we go down the floor, Sonoraville doing that press, which every team that we play is doing the press on us. They watch film. Everybody has access to the film. They know that the weakness for the Lady Bulldogs is that full court press and the man-to-man coverage. And Sonoraville, as you would expect them to do, doing what they have to do to win, and they're taking advantage of those weaknesses. And right now, Lady Bulldogs struggling to score, and Sonoraville with 30 points in the ball game. So they're hoping to win their third region game. They're 2-0. The Lady Bulldogs 0-2, as you mentioned, Sam. It doesn't get any easier, really. I mean, this is a very tough region for girls basketball all around. You look in the region. You've got games coming up against Central and against Southeast Whitfield. Southeast Whitfield, of course, is a team that's struggling this year. Chance maybe to get a win in that ball game, hopefully. I mean, Lady Bulldogs can pick up a win really, any night they play. But of all the teams we played before this region play started, Sam, this region is tough. I mean, it's one of the toughest regions in the state, whether it's for girls basketball or fast-pitch softball or girls soccer for that matter. I mean, all of the girls' competitive sports, team sports, are tough in this region, which, of course, will be going away after this year. But we talk about next year, that's going to be a tough one too. So it doesn't get any easier. These Lady Bulldogs, of course, under first-year guidance of Coach Green, trying to build something really from the ground up. And, they've come a long way, but there's still some ways to go.
There is, and like you said, this is a tough region. Northwest Whitfield and Heritage, both of those squads in double-digit wins already, and both of those squads really, really good. And thankfully, we've already faced them once. Of course, we'll have to play them again, as we will play all of our region opponents twice before the end of the season. But just a tough region for the Lady Dogs. But a few things they can make adjustment-wise. In the locker room at halftime, I think Coach Green is probably going to talk to him about ball security and just taking care of the basketball, and also being able to push it up and make that count when you can get it past that half court. He made the statement during one of the timeouts that when we get it across the timeline, he wants them to push it up the floor, especially if we have the numbers coming off of that press. Instead of trying to just, pass it around or wait for help, go ahead and push it up the floor. We'll take our chances at drawing a foul down low and getting a trip to the free throw line. But Cedartown really needing to work on ball security. And the thing with Sonoraville is every single girl that they put on the floor at any given time can score. They have a total of six different girls that have scored. And so that's coming from their bench, that's coming from their starters. They're just spreading the love around really well, is that Sonoraville team. We're about 2 minutes, though, away from the start of the second half here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network. The Cedartown boys will, of course, be in action following the end of this game. They will take on the Sonoraville Phoenix. The boys still looking to pick up their first win in region play. We will see how well they're able to do against this Phoenix squad. But first, we have to finish things up here at the Doghouse with the Lady Dogs and the Lady Phoenix. Let's take a 90-second timeout, and we will come back for second half action here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, the Big AA.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dawgs!
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
30-13 is your score. Sonoraville leads the Cedartown Lady Dogs here on Friday Night Hoops here at the Doghouse. Sam Branch alongside Andrew Carter. We'll be back with you tomorrow for a big showdown. The Rockmart Yellow Jackets come to town. The Lady Dogs will face the Lady Jackets for the first time this season. The Bulldogs, though, will be in their second matchup of the season with Rockmart after facing them in the championship game of the Haralson County Invitational Tournament. So a big day of basketball tomorrow right here at Cedartown High School. As of now, girls game scheduled to tip off at 3 p.m. Boys game scheduled to tip off around 4:30. So you will want to be sure to join us for that game as well. But first, let's finish up things here as the Lady Dogs trail the Lady Phoenix. And we are underway, second half of action. And already a turnover, and Haven Barclay comes away with it. And now a steal back again by Walraven, but it is knocked out of bounds. She lost it, and it will stay Cedartown basketball. Good way to start. Second half of play. Inbounds pass is going to come from Anna Kate Bussing. She'll get it into Boozer. Boozer at the Cedartown logo. Works to the left side to Haven Barclay. Barclay is going to go back to Pace. Pace going to work around the wing. They'll go to Barrow on the baseline, and now it is thrown away, or it's blocked, I should say, and Walraven comes away with it. She'll give it up to Garland. Garland across the timeline. Right side, they'll go to Ella Kate Walraven. Now back to Garland. They'll dish it underneath to Townsend, outside to Walraven. She's going to try to drive. She goes to the left side to her sister. A long three on the way. It is no good, but the rebound and the putback is good by Sonoraville. That was number 24, Ella Kate Walraven. Inbounds pass will come from the Lady Dogs. Will get it to Boozer across the timeline. Almost loses it, and then she does, and Garland picks it up. Garland and Pace on the other end. Pace with the block. Tries to keep it alive, and it is out of bounds. It'll be last touch by Pace. So it will stay Lady Phoenix basketball. 7:02 left to play here in the third. 32-13. Inbounds pass will come from Brindley Walraven. She's going to check it in. They try to get it in to her sister, and she does. The block, though, by Anna Kate Bussey, out of bounds. Last touch by Cedartown, so it will stay Sonoraville basketball. Bussey, though, with a good block there, and also didn't draw the foul. Inbounds pass will go to Walraven on the corner. Now tipped away, almost a turnover, but the Phoenix come away with it. They'll get it to the left side. Walraven is going to fire one from the baseline. That one does find its way home from Brindley Walraven, and it is 34-13. Bussey to Barrow. Barrow trying to work it around. They're trying to still break the press. They'll get it to Barrow. Barrow just bounced it off the head of a Sonoraville player, and it is a turnover, and now they're going to get a foul on Cedartown.
Going to get it on, looks like it's going to be on Boozer. And that's only her first foul, Sam.
Yep, Cedartown is kind of spreading out the foul love as Anna Kate Bussey, as Marion Barrow comes out, and it's looked like they're going to send in Asia Ware. So
unfortunately, they're not spreading the scoring love around right now.
Not at all. They're going to go to the paint. Now they'll go back outside to Garland. She's going to fire one from beyond the arc. No good. Rebound. And the putback is no good, but the rebound again, and they get her for the travel. So 2 missed shots, 2 offensive rebounds, but then the Lady Phoenix commit a travel, and they will turn it over. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. We'll be back after this 30-second break here on the Big AA.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the
And
Big
it's going to be
AA.
Boozer with it. She's going to go to pace. They quickly came out of that 30-second timeout, and it's a turnover. It's going to be Sophie Townsend with it on the other end. They'll go to Walraven. High off the window. The basket is good. Cedartown commits the foul. They're going to get Haven Barclay.
That, I believe, is her third, isn't it?
You are correct.
Baron Barrow will quickly come back into the ball game. She will replace her classmate. Haven Barclay heads to the bench to sit for a little bit.
Free throw is good, and it is a 3-point play from Ella Kate Walraven. 37-13. Bussey off the inbounds pass to Barrow. Barrow, she's going to go back to Bussey. Now they're going to go to pace. They're going to go back to Bussey. We're going to go to Boozer. Boozer will bring it across the timeline into the paint. Now they'll go to Ware. Ware on the wing, loses it, out of bounds. Last touch by Sonoraville. It'll stay Cedartown basketball. Bussey will inbound it. She'll get it into Boozer. Boozer at the Cedartown logo. Over to the left side. They'll go to Pace. Pace on the wing. And it is knocked away, out of bounds, last touched by Garland. So it'll stay Cedartown basketball again, but this time with only 10 on the shot clock. We got to be aware of the shot clock. Inbounds pass will go to Boozer. Boozer at the logo. Going to go to the left side to Barrow. Barrow will go to Ware. 3 on the shot clock. 2 on the shot clock. Bussey with it. No idea about the shot clock. Another turnover.
Somebody out there has got to be shouting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got that, you got 5 players out there. I know you're trying to figure out where to pass the ball to, or if you're going to be open for a pass. Somebody those got to make them aware of the shot clock.
Baseline jumper is no good. Rebounded by Boozer. Boozer is going to be fouled right at midcourt.
And I believe they got number 10, Burnley Walraven, her first foul. And it goes to Asia Ware from Anna Kate Bussey.
Ware with it across the timeline. Left side, they're going to go to Boozer. Boozer on the wing. And it is knocked away. Boozer corrals it. They'll go back to Ware. Ware going to bounce it back outside to Boozer. She's going to fire a 3 off the window. No good. Out of bounds. Last touch by Sonoraville, so it will stay Cedartown basketball. 4:45 left to play. Cedartown trails 37-13. We are in the third period of play here from the Doghouse. Inbounds pass goes to Boozer. Boozer top of the key. They'll go to Barrow with it. Barrow is going to go to Bussey. Bussey, and they're going to get a jump ball called as Bussey was leaning in and trying to drive the paint, but she got tied up with number 32, Layla Townsend. So that will stay Cedartown basketball. Inbounds pass coming. And they're going to get it into Pace. Pace goes to Ware, fires the 3, no good, and rebounded by Sonoraville. Underneath is Walraven, and the layup is good, and it is 13-39. Inbounds pass is going to go to Bussey. Bussey is going to go to Pace. Pace is going to go to Boozer. Boozer is going to go to Barrow. Barrow is going to go back to Pace. There's just no urgency to get it across the timeline. Thrown away out of bounds. Last touch by Sonoraville, and it will be Cedartown basketball, and we got a gift there.
I believe we did, Sam.
Inbounds pass is going to go from Bussey to Boozer. Boozer at the Cedartown logo.
A 6-0 run to start this third period for the Lady Phoenix.
They'll go to Asia Ware, top of the key. Ware's going to go to the left side to Anna Kate Bussey. Bussey on the wing. They'll try to work it underneath to Barrow, and it's just picked off and stolen. On the other end is Townsend. The shot is up, and it is no good. But Layla Townsend will go to the free throw line for the third time tonight. I believe they're going to get Pace.
And they did. Number 10, Pace picks up the foul. That is only her first. That is the third team foul for the home team.
First free throw attempt is up, and it is off the iron, no good. Anna Kate Bussey will come out. Charlie Todd is going to come in. Second free throw attempt on the way from Layla Townsend, and it is good. 40-13. Inbounds pass is going to come from Charlie Todd. They're going to go into Marion Barrow with it. Barrow to Todd. Todd commits the walk. Traveled right there, right in the middle of the lane, all by herself. The ref's going to call you on that one every time.
Yeah, the official was standing right behind her and saw it plain as day.
Inbounds pass is going to come from Sonoraville. They get it back underneath their own basket. They'll go outside with it. Over to the right side is Walraven. Walraven going to go to the left side to Garland. She pulls it down after thinking about a three. Now they'll go back to Walraven. Over to the left side is going to be Townsend. She's going to drive the lane. The floater is up, and it is good from Sophie Townsend. 42-13. Phoenix still in a full court press. And another steal. B. Walraven comes away with it over the left side to Garland. Garland from beyond the arc, top of the key, over to the right side, back to Walraven. She's going to pull a long three. It is short, rebounded by Kendall Pace. And we've got a travel called, and we turn it over again.
She had both hands on the ball, and she took 2 steps. Coach Green is arguing the call, but, I mean, it was pretty plain to me. Charlie Todd's going to come out of the ball game here, and also Kinsley Boozer, I think, is going to come out.
We got 6 people on the floor. Now we're down to 5. I know we're losing, but I don't think we're losing bad enough to let us play 6 yet. Inbounds pass is going to go to the Phoenix.
That's usually frowned upon in Georgia High School Association.
I think you're all right. Over to the left side in the corner. They'll go back to the wing to Walraven. Now she's going to go to Townsend. Townsend back outside. Garland fires a three. It's off the front of the glass. No good. Loose ball. Out of bounds. Last touch by Sonoraville. Cedartown basketball.
Now Chastity Washington comes into the ball game. She'll check in for Kendall Pace.
Let's see if Chastity makes it a full minute. 2:55 left to play.
Timeout.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them back after this 60-second break here on the Big AA.
Livewire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Let's get back to the
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown and 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Off the inbounds, the Lady Phoenix have it. The shot was up and it was. Looks like blocked out of bounds and last touch by Cedartown. So, no, it is a foul. Anna Kate Bussey. That is going to be her third.
She just came back into the ball game, commits the foul there.
The inbounds pass coming from the Phoenix. They're going to give it in to number 23, and it is knocked away by Chastity Washington. But Sonoraville will pick it up, or let it roll out of bounds, I should say. And Aaron Garland is going to throw it in for the Lady Phoenix all the way on the other end. Cedartown coming into a kind of a man-on-man full court press. Inbounds pass, they get it into Garland, now to the right side, all the way to the other end. A little floater is on the way. It is up and no good from Tatum Scott. And then out of bounds, last touch by the Phoenix, so Cedartown will get the basketball back.
That might have also been a gift there, that out of bounds call.
The inbounds pass is going to go to Asia Ware. It was off of her shoe tops, though, and as they're fighting for the ball, A foul is going to be called on number 23, Lakin Hall, and that's going to be her second.
I think they changed it to 20.
So then that's going to be Garland. Number 3 on Garland. There's a good chance that they called it 20 to begin with, and my eyes just didn't see it. Not that I'm a little hard of seeing there. Loose basketball knocked out of bounds right at midcourt.
We both wear Coke bottles on our
and I still
faces
can't see
here, so you know.
Oh, the joys of growing old. Inbounds pass is going to come from Anna Kate Bussey. Bussey's going to get into Washington. Washington at the Bulldog logo. She's just going to put it down and take it into the lane, and they call her for a travel. Now that one I missed.
Yeah, I missed it too.
Tarian Golden is going to come out, and Kendall Pace is going to check in. Chastity Washington is also going to come out. So we've got Boozer, Barrow, Bussey, Pace, and Ware. Left side to Garland. Garland on the wing. She's going to work it back to the middle of the floor to Bradley. They'll go right back to Garland. Now they'll go to the corner. They're going to drive the baseline. They'll kick over. And she was fouled on the baseline. And they're going to get number 24 again, and that's Anna Kate Bussey.
That's team foul number 5, and that's going to be 2 at the line. 4 fouls on Anna Kate Bussey.
So Golden is going to check in, and Bussey is going to come out with 4 fouls. Looks like they're going to send number 23, Hall, to the free throw line. This will be her first trip of the night. 2:06 left to play in the third period, 42-13. The first free throw attempt is up, and it is off the iron, no good. Now they'll make the substitution as Bussey comes out and Golden checks in. Hall, one of the few Lady Phoenix without a point, and she fixes it on that second free throw. 43-13, a 30-point game here at the Doghouse. Boozer with it across the timeline. Left side, she'll go to Kendall Pace. Pace will go back to Asia Ware. Ware, top of the key, going to work around to the right side. They try to go to Marion Barrow, and it's just in and out of her hands. Another unforced turnover.
You know, and I was looking right at Marion's face when that happened, and you could see the frustration. And that's just part of it. That layup is good there from Sonoraville. Number 20 made the lay-in, Aaron Garland, 45-13. But, yeah, it's definitely frustrating when things like that happen. It seems like they snowball for you.
Boozer to Pace. Pace is going to go to Golden. Golden on the timeline. They'll go back to Boozer. The shot is up, and it is good from Kinsley Boozer. That is our first basket of the second half.
First points at all for us.
Garland from beyond the arc, left side. She's going to pull it down and fire a 3, and it is good from Erin Garland.
48-15, 1:15 to play here in the third.
Boozer with it across the timeline. Left side, they'll go to Pace. Pace from beyond the arc. They're going to go back to Boozer. Top of the key. She's going to work it to Asia Ware. Ware going to work to her right. Now back to the top of the key. It's Pace. Pace will go back to Boozer on the wing. Trying to work it down to Golden, and they just step into the pass, and it's number 11, Tatum Scott, that comes away with it. Pass underneath to Garland, and it is good from Erin Garland from underneath the basket.
She just flips that up there as they break the half-century mark, 50-15 the score. With 46 seconds to go, we'll take this 30-second break and be back after this here on the Big Double A.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
Asia Ware will handle the inbound duties for the Cedartown Lady Dogs. She will get it into Kinsley Boozer. 45 seconds left to play here in the third period of action. It is Kendall Pace with it on the wing. Now they're going to go back to the top of the key. It's Chastity Washington to drive the lane. Shot is blocked, and they come away with it. The Phoenix do. Going to push it up the near side. Scott, give it off. In the corner are the Lady Phoenix. They'll try to go back to Bradley, but it is knocked away, and it will stay Sonoraville basketball. Cameron Benham is going to check in. She's going to get Chastity Washington. So Chastity did make it more than a minute. Inbounds pass. Oh, Bradley just turned her back to it, but they got it into Scott. Scott going to go back to Bradley on the handoff. She's going to work around top of the key, almost a steal by Pace. Cedartown playing good defense and underneath, but they get it on the baseline. The shot was no good by Sonoraville, and it is out of bounds. Golden with the attempted save, but she stepped out with it. So it'll be Sonoraville basketball with 10 seconds, 10.7 on the game clock, 10 on the shot clock. Inbounds pass is going to go to the corner. They'll go back to the top of the key. Now over to the right side. They're going to pull it down is Scott. Scott is going to drive, and she is out of bounds. Forced out of bounds by Asia Ware with 4 seconds left to play in the third period. So Ware will inbound it. They're going to get it into Kendall Pace, but she's just going to turn and shoot, even though she had plenty of time to move up the floor.
They're going to have it back with 1.1 on the clock.
She had enough time to take 4 or 5 steps, but instead she just caught it and shot. Inbounds pass, and that is going to do it for the third period of play. We'll be back for the final frame after this 60-second break here on the Big Double A.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
A 6-minute clock for the final frame as Cedartown trails 50-15
right here
at the Doghouse.
AA.
It's going to be Kendall Pace with it, and the pass from Barclay. The shot is up, and it is no good. We just can't buy anything tonight, and that's been the way the cookie has crumbled a lot this season. They're going to go to the top of the key to Bradley.
Did you say crumble cookie?
I said those words maybe in a different order, but...
Sorry, I guess I had something else on my mind.
Look, have you ever had a crumble cookie?
I have, yes.
I've never had the crumble cookie as a three-point attempt is up, and it is no good. We've got a jump ball called, and it should be Sonoraville basketball, and it is.
I mean, in a way, they're kind of overpriced, but there are some really good ones.
Aren't most things in life now?
Of course they are. Asia Ware comes in for Kendall Pace. As the Lady Phoenix will have the inbounds pass here with 5:17 to go.
The inbounds pass is going to go to Bradley. Bradley on the wing. Now they get it into the corner. Back to Bradley, top of the key. Trying to work it down low. It's Cesarios, and she is denied at the rim, though. But the rebound was taken by Sonoraville, and she is fouled. And Anna Kate Bussey has committed her 5th foul of the night. It's been a good run there, Bussey. But you are going to get to take advantage of the early checkout policy and watch the last 5:08 from the sidelines. It is going to send number 23, Hall, to the free throw line. First attempt is up, and it is no good. Lakin Hall now 1 for 3 from the charity stripe. Shot is up, and that one is good. A high arcing shot. Pretty arc. 51-15, 5:05 left to play. Barclay with it, a lot of fives.
Mirror images of each other.
Barrow on the wing. She's going to try to work it back to Asia Ware, top of the key. Now they'll go to Kendall Pace. Pace is on the wing. Now she's going to go back to Boozer. Boozer, top of the key. Works right, works left, back right. Ware, top of the key, left side, they go to Barrow. Barrow, baseline to Pace. Pace. 5 on the shot clock, 5 with the ball. They go to Boozer. Boozer, the finger roll, the shot is no good, but she was fouled, and she will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. They're going to get number 12, Hannah Bradley. That's going to be her first. And Boozer is going to go to the free throw line for the second time tonight. 1 for 2 so far. Second one, or the first one is up, and it is good. Now 2 of 3. 51-16 is your score. Second one on the way from Boozer. That one is drained as well. 51-17. 4:30 and counting on the clock. Over to the right side is the Phoenix. They're going to go to Bradley, top of the key. She's going to work to her right. Now they'll go back to Bradley. They'll go to the right side again to number 22, Brooke Cole. Now they'll swing it all the way to the left side. A three is on the way, and it is up, and it is good from Tatum Scott and another Lady Phoenix down the score column. 54-17. Left side is Boozer. Boozer on the wing. She's going to bounce it outside. They'll go to Ware. Ware top of the key over to the right side. Pace has to track down a tipped ball. Now they'll go to Barclay on the baseline. Drive shot up, blocked. No good. And they're going to get Barclay on the foul.
Yeah, she was reaching back in after she lost possession and got tied up with the arms of the Lady Phoenix player. And again, the official was right there and had a good eye on that.
But it's interesting the amount of physical contact they'll allow on one side but not on the other. And Kendall Pace steals the ball, and then she is quickly fouled by Bradley, and that's going to be her second.
.350 to play in the ball game, 54-17. Lady Bulldogs will have it at the half-court stripe.
Asia Ware will get it into Kinsley Boozer. Boozer at the Bulldog logo. She's going to go to the right side to Barclay. Barclay is going to quickly fire a three. It is off the back of the iron, no good. But a rebound there by Marin Barrow. A three on the way from Asia Ware is no good. Another putback is no good. Another putback I don't think was good. I missed one maybe. Pace with a shot. It's no good, but she was fouled.
And the one you missed there was Boozer. Boozer got the rebound, and it was partially blocked as she went up for the shot. But then, of course, Kendall Pace got fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot two.
Pace 2 of 4 from the stripe. First one from this attempt is off the back of the iron, no good. 2 of 5 now. Subs coming in for Sonoraville. They will sub out some of their veterans and put in a couple of their younger players. Number 21, Peyton Fry, will check in, as well as number 34, Leah Moore. Second one on the way from Pace is good. 54-18. Inbounds pass is going to come from Sonoraville. Cedartown will go into a full court press. They will get it to number 14, Peyton Angel, who travels with it. The inbounds pass is going to go from Asia Ware into Haven Barclay in the backcourt. Barclay will bring it into the front court left side. They're going to go to Ware. Ware now on the wing. They will go to Boozer. Boozer top of the key. She's going to work to her right to Barrow. Barrow's going to go to Barclay. Barclay on the baseline. They try to go back to Kendall Pace, and Pace tracks it down after it was almost stolen. Pace now is going to go to Asia Ware on the baseline. She's wide open. Wide open. Now the turn shot, no good. Rebounded by Sonoraville. Over to the right side. They will go to number 22, Cole. Now over to the far left side in the corner. Now they will go to Moore. Moore going to take a shot, no good. Rebounded by Boozer. Boozer will bring it across the timeline. 2:40 left to play. 54-18 your score. Boozer in the paint, and it was blocked, no good. And Sonoraville comes away with it. We take a poke at it, but Sonoraville is able to track it back down, and they will go to Moore. Moore top of the key. She's going to drive the paint. The little floater is up, and it is good from Moore. That's her first of the night. The inbounds pass will go to Kendall Pace. 56-18. Pace to Barclay. Barclay going to go back to Boozer. Boozer, top of the key. They will go to Barclay. She tried to get it to Pace, and it is picked off. It is number 21, Fry. Now on the other end, they went ahead, and it is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Sonoraville, Cedartown basketball.
You know, Sam, on the other end, Barclay, the reason why she was hurried with that pass, she was about to fall over, had 1 foot. If she put the other foot down, she was going to be caught for the travel, and she knew she had to pass it away. Either try to pass it or know she was going to have the travel.
Barclay will fire a three, and it is no good. Rebounded by Sonoraville. The Phoenix are going to push it up the floor in Lakin Hall. She's going to drive the baseline. Now she has to go back out. A three is on the way, and that is no good. And it is out of bounds. Last touch by Sonoraville, so it'll be Cedartown basketball. 1:36 left to play. Inbounds pass will go to Haven Barclay. The Lady Dogs are going to fall to 0-3 in region play. Sonoraville is going to improve to 3-0, and 7-11 on the season will be the Phoenix. That's got to be a foul of some sort, and it is.
Offensive foul on number 14, Peyton Angel, the freshman.
I knew it had to be a foul of some sort. I was just waiting for the official to make up his mind which one he was going to go with. Inbounds pass is going to go to Haven Barclay. Barclay is going to go to Boozer. Boozer on the wing. Over to the right side is going to be Barrow. She's going to fire a three with a defender in her face. The three-point attempt was no good, but the rebound and the putback by Pace is no good. But she was fouled, and so she will go to the free throw line and shoot two. I believe they're going to get number 34, Moore. That will be her first.
Bayla Moore, the freshman.
First one on the way from Pace is good. Pace has been hovering right there around 50% from the stripe tonight. Second one is up, and it's going to be short off the front of the iron. No good. And it is a loose ball. We had Barclay and Moore going after it. It's going to stay Cedartown basketball.
Yes, Sam Moore touched it last there, and Lady Dogs will have to go retrieve the basketball. It rolled back toward the locker room. 1:08 to play. 56-19 the score.
Asia Ware will inbound it, and it is stolen right away off the inbounds pass. But then Cole steps out of bounds. Good defense there by Kendall Pace.
Yeah, made her hug the line there, and it will be a turnover. 1:05 to go.
Inbounds pass is going to go to Haven Barclay. Barclay across the timeline, left side to Ware. She's going to fire a three high off the window, no good. And it is rebounded by Sonoraville. Over to the right side. Again, Cedartown really playing tight defense on that out-of-bounds line. Fry will pull it down and try to drive across, and she picks it up and throws it away to Peyton Angel in the backcourt. It's a backcourt violation, and it'll be Cedartown basketball with 44 seconds left to play. Inbounds pass is going to go to Haven Barclay. Barclay at the Bulldog logo, going to work to her left, and they will tie it up, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it'll stay Cedartown basketball. Barclay and Cole tied things up. Asia Ware will inbound it. And they will go to Barclay. Barclay across the timeline. Now she's going to work to her right. And they get a foul called.
Number 14, I think Peyton Angel will pick up the foul again. That'll be her second. Team foul number 5. That'll be 2 at the line for Haven Barclay. 31.5 seconds to go, and Barclay will go to the free throw line for a couple of shots.
The boys will be in action following the conclusion of this game. Sonoraville boys team just as tough as this ladies team, as the first shot is up and no good. Sonoraville will come into the game, Andrew, 11-6 and 1-1 in region play. So this is going to be another tough matchup following the girls' matchup.
Yeah, their loss, Sam, came to Central.
There's lane violations in every single. Who are we going to call it? It's kind of like on that football call that time where he said, "False start, everybody but the center."
Yeah, that was good. That was good right there.
You had about 3 of them jump. Second one on the way, a redo for Barclay, and that one does make it 56-20 the score. Inbounds pass is going to come from Moore. Moore is going to get it into Angel. She'll bring it across the timeline and try to work around Pace. Now they'll give it up. Left side. Driving the lane. The floater is up, and it is good from Lakin Hall. Barclay with it off the inbound. She's going to go to the left side to Boozer. Boozer on the left wing, going to work back to the middle of the floor. Now she'll go back to her right. Oh, and she is fouled as she went up for the little floater. And Kinsley Boozer will go to the free throw line after a hard foul from number 23, Lakin Hall. That is her second. Boozer will get set. First free throw attempt is up and good from Kinsley Boozer. Now 4 of 5 from the stripe. Let's see if she can make it 5 of 6. That one is up, and it is no good. Rebounded by Sonoraville. Right side, far side of the court. They're going to try to work it baseline more with a high arcing shot, and it is no good. But that is going to do it here at the Doghouse. Your final from tonight's Lady Dogs versus Sonoraville Lady Phoenix matchup. Sonoraville 58, Cedartown Lady Dogs 21. Let's take a 60-second timeout, and we'll come back and wrap it up. Look ahead to the boys' game. You're listening to Cedartown High School basketball here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Your final here from Cedartown High School on Friday night. High school hoops 58-21. The Lady Dogs fall to the Sonoraville Lady Phoenix. Kinsley Boozer, leading scorer for the Lady Dogs, finishes the night 5 for 11 from the floor and 4 of 6 from the free throw line. 6 rebounds, 14 points on the night. Kendall Pace finished with 7 points, and that is your scoring summary. Only 2 Lady Dogs able to get on the board tonight as Cedartown falls big here at home. But as we said during halftime, we have said it all season long. We have said it for several years now. This is a very tough girls basketball region to be in. And just a tough outing every single time the Lady Dogs hit the hardwoods. You know, Northwest Whitfield, Heritage, Sonoraville, those are your big 3 in region play for the Lady Dogs. Central Carroll is right up there. Southeast has had its own struggles just like we have. But unfortunately, the Lady Dogs in a tough region, and things are not really going to get that much better for the Lady Dogs. We do have to continue to work hard, though, and put out our best product every single night when we come out, regardless of the opponent.
You're right, and like we said, tomorrow we've got a non-region matchup with the Rockmart Lady Jackets. We know that's not going to be an easy game at all. So, you don't have much. You don't have long to sit back and say, hey, what do we need to do? We need to, we just need to do what we can, with ball control. I know it's easier said than done, and any coach will tell you that. But the Lady Bulldogs drop a tough one here to Sonoraville, 58-21 to go to 0-3 in region play. Sam, we got ourselves an exciting matchup coming up here next. The Cedartown Bulldogs also 0-2 in region play, looking for that first region win. We'll take on a 1-1 region opponent in the Sonoraville Phoenix. Sonoraville losing to Central and beating Southeast Whitfield. So we will see how the Bulldogs and Phoenix will fare up here in about 11 minutes or so. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the radio station for some music. We'll do the sports to regular programming on the hotkeys there, and we will return with the start of the boys' game in about 11 minutes. Your final score, the Sonoraville Lady Phoenix 58 and the Cedartown Lady Bulldogs 21.
W291 TS Cedartown. Your home